Hello and welcome back to the Simpsons Hit and Run Part 4. I'm Jeff,
I'm Tyler.
and we'll be finishing off this chapter here.
hmm
Now, of course,
What?
Bart is a popular character, so we will see him one more time. I mean, we will play as him one more time before the game is over.
hmm Bart and Homer are the only two recurring characters in this.
Oh yeah, which makes sense. That they're the most popular characters, of course.
One thing I do like about The Simpsons is, if you put Homer and Bart in an episode together, they work really well together.
Definitely.
hmm
And from well, someone has told me when the show first started out, they actually thought Bart.
Damn it! I didn't want to get back in my car.
That's it. That's it. You know what? I'm not moving the car. I'm moving you.
What were you saying?
Well, apparently Bart was meant to be the main character of The Simpsons when it first started, but it evolved into Homer.
hmm Well, people probably just liked Homer better.
You know, then it does show the more adult approach of the show.
hmm Uh, Now, this mission used to give me a really hard time when I was a lot younger, but when I played it again, it was very easy.
Oh yeah, this one.
There's a very simple path to follow, actually. Why doesn't Bart ever close his door? One of these days, he's just gonna fall out.
This is Dr. Nick Riviera, who actually died in the movie of The Simpsons.
Y- y-
He got crushed by a giant shard of glass.
that's why he's never in any of the newer episodes, actually.
Yeah, they actually kept continuity.
Huh.
I mean, Hans Moleman can die repeatedly, can die a lot of times, but he comes back.
Maybe. No, wait. Let me think. Does not Dr. Nick come back? I think he comes back once in a while, but not as frequent as he was.
Oh yeah. Well,
But I may be just thinking wrong or whatever.
yeah, I was thinking that The Simpsons does actually have really great side characters. They're all really memorable.
I really like Dr. Nick. Hans Moleman's just kind of there, but at least it's fun to see him get run over all the time.
Now, in the previous chapter, Homer had to buy the Plow King from Barney, but apparently we see here he does have the Mr. Plow.
Yeah, which I don't see why he didn't just use that earlier. Although the Plow King's probably a lot more of a brute, so that's probably it.
Now, again, this mission, again, like you said, I struggled to do it the first time, but for some reason I managed to do it now. I'd say it's more awkward because you can't take a straight path. You need to do a lot of reversing.
Yeah, that's only once in a while, and I hate how the way it's set up, the way the path goes, is that it makes you have to go through the building up there, but then you got to go off the other side, which would be the faster way. But since your car's not going to be on the other side, it's kind of impeding your speed. Although you found a different way that I normally don't take, so let's see how that goes. Huh. By the way, you'll get a lot of coins in this level.
Yeah,
Mission.
that's a nice touch. Like I said, you can buy lots of optional stuff, but you're probably best saving your coins for the stuff you have to buy.
Because there's a lot that you have to buy.
Yep.
Like, a lot of cars, and later, I think in the next level, you gotta get a certain costume for the next character. Which I don't think we've said who it was, so that's probably the first time we've never ever spoiled anything. Or at least I haven't.
You could probably guess. I mean, first it was Homer, then it was Bart. You know, just think who's the third most popular character.
Meg?
Yep. Well, we've spoiled it. It's Maggie.
Oh, it's obviously Hans Moleman.
No, it's Poochie. You know, the most beloved character ever.
Oh, it's that one guy who got crushed by the dome. in that Simpsons movie, who could not decide whether to stay in or out. Although the Simpsons movie was after, so they maybe just referenced this character in the past somehow.
Actually, I've heard there is going to be a TV show, which it's not. It's got the same premise as the Dome from the Simpsons movie.
It's out now, actually. It's called Under the Dome.
Clever title.
Yeah.
Well,
I seen it on that long ago. I didn't watch it, but all I could think was Simpsons movie.
Probably, and apparently it is based off a Stephen King novel from the 70s, or something.
Maybe that's what the Simpsons movie was based off of.
Yeah, well, I could imagine two people coming up with a similar idea.
Mm-hmm. It probably has happened before, so I wouldn't doubt it. Like how that sign on the wall said "for lease," even though there's nothing over there to lease, so it's like he's leasing that wall.
Ah, yes. And yeah, this was a fairly quick path. I did it with like 50 seconds to spare.
Yeah, if you mess up though, it really hinders how fast you're gonna do this. They give you enough time, but this mission still doesn't need a time limit.
Little angels, now to put electrodes in your brains.
What a wonderful doctor.
And the crowd goes wild.
How does Bart do the splits there?
I don't know.
As he states later that he can hurt his nuts in the vehicle somehow. I don't know how, but maybe he somehow hits his nuts on the stick shift or something. I don't know.
Now, the second time we come to this level, there is actually a monster truck on that platform there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think every level has like a hidden secret vehicle.
Yeah. I think in the final level, it's not much of a spoiler because it's a hidden vehicle. You get a small radio car thing that somehow Homer gets in, and you can drive around with it. And it's one of the faster cars of the game, even.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the fastest. I think that's the fastest. I think is a hidden one in the very first level. That may be just my imagination though, because it has a big rocket engine at the back of it.
Oh no, here we have some destroy some cars missions.
And they're a bit tedious.
It won't be such a problem, but they give us like 4 to destroy.
I know. That's the most tedious part. I think at this point in the game, I've discovered the cheat menu option. And in that cheat menu, if you put in a code, if you hit people, their car will explode, right? Like instantly. And that helps in these missions a lot. The missions it does not help a lot in is the parts where you gotta follow the cars. Because if you accidentally bump into that car, it explodes and it's left there, sitting there. And if you drive away from it, it's done. You can't complete the mission.
Yeah.
So don't use cheats, because it's bad.
Now, this is usually a good way to get cars to destroy themselves. That's sort of like force them into a wall where they just go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But that's sort of hard to do.
Oh, I like how you can sometimes like accidentally do it, like as you showed there. Like you'll bump into the side of it, but you didn't think that would actually cause it to explode, but somehow it does.
Yeah, I was thinking that it's easier to blow up other cars, but the damage from an exploding car probably does a lot of damage, if you get what I mean. So essentially, getting them to crash into another car is probably the best way to go.
Mm-hmm.
That can be kind of tricky to do.
Because I think it gives double damage, because it's a car counts as one damage as a big load of damage to it, and since there's another car there that it's jamming into, it also gets the damage from that car. It also does that on walls, but not as much. I think you can pretty much instantly blow up one of the... You know, these cars should not be this tank-like.
I guess not. Although, if we're being accurate, cars don't really explode that often when they crash.
No. They sometimes... They don't even burst into flames sometimes. They just... Sometimes, smoke. Really. You know, you think that one person would stop, though, because there's smoke coming out of their car.
Now, what's interesting about this part of town, it does have a few landmarks which only appeared once in the TV series. Like, for example, the big escalator to nowhere.
I don't know what that's from. I don't remember that episode.
Uh,
Although that name does remind me of something.
It's from the monorail episode.
Monorail.
Oh, speaking of which, that's also here as well.
There's a lot of stuff up here. What am I thinking of? There's something here. Whoa, you destroyed that car pretty quick.
Yeah, I got lucky there. It's kind of weird. The amount of damage seems kind of inconsistent. Like, sometimes you'll damage them a lot, other times it'll be just a minor nick.
Yeah.
And is this like the 5th car or something?
This is the 4th car, but I think this is it. But I wish it would just crash. Oh, you almost have it. That you hit it with the door. That should have done it. There we go. You're lucky because this mission always takes me a lot longer, like 10 minutes long.
And you can see
You're
on
going the wrong way.
And you can see on the right there, there's like a house made of matchsticks, which is another one of those landmarks.
That kind of reminds me of the episode with where Marge makes everyone in Springfield out of popsicle sticks. And then Homer ruins it by driving over it in an ice cream truck. Do we get an ice cream truck later in the playthrough?
I don't think we do.
Okay. Then it's probably not necessary, but I do remember there being an ice cream truck.
You know, it would have been good to see a garbage truck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the time when Homer becomes like the head of sanitation. But yeah, anyway, this is the end of this chapter. And at this point, when I first played it, I was actually expecting a boss.
But nope. Trolled you. There are no bosses in this game. Wait, is there a final boss?
I'm gonna... Actually, no, there isn't.
Oh.
There's a mission where you sort of do damage to something. But I won't call it a boss.
It's technically 3 missions.
Yeah.
But they're all the same sort of thing in those missions, so...
Yeah, it's the same mission that gets progressively harder.
And this is where Bart gets abducted by aliens. Okay. Aliens. Why aliens?
Encounters of the 3rd kind.
Yeah. Anyways, mission complete.
Yep,
Although our character's kind of gone. I don't know what to make of that.
I see.
But we'll see you in part 5.
We'll see you then.